great. Sorry, I was just texting my mom. Just forget that part. Okay, that's way too loud. Here we go. I am a little heart and I'm trying to commit genocide. Genocide was my plan since the day I fell. On days like these, kids like it, everybody. Stop it. Ignore that, everybody. Can't believe you guys saw that. I'm sorry, my phone shows inappropriate ads because it thinks I'm an adult. I mean, sure, I look up anime, but that doesn't mean all anime. Does not mean I'm looking for a date anyways. Because girls are ugly. Not my sister. Although she ain't ugly. Plankton. Yeah. Why won't you die? I am not sparing him. Because it does nothing when I spare him. Ugh, he's going into the butt. Easy jumps. He's getting angry. Determination. Whoa. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. The Gaster Blasters are freaking annoying. Sorry I'm not using the same app to record, guys. I mean, I lost it, so I'm using this new app. I did it. You guys comment down in the comments below if I should fight or should I spare him. Because I done item and act. I did check before. And and when I did check 3 times, he started attacking me. If I used item and I wasted all my items, he'd say, "You're greedy," and he'd kill me instantly. So I don't want to use these two. So which one should I use? Because these ones are the most used ones instead of these ones. These ones are just forgotten. Why don't I even have pose on this? I'm sorry, Sans. But I have to fight you. What? Why? No, I died. I'm Frisk now. I still hate you for killing my best friend Papyrus. You're not welcome here. Chris! Why am I still here? Practice. I'm training. This is the mode I go on to train. Alright, success. That's how I train for these jumps. Oh, I hate that part. Esperanza. They're all in space. Coincidence. Uh-oh. Oh no! Forget it. Where do we live if the Earth dies? They look scary. I don't want the Earth to die. The terrifying way our universe will end and when. I'm watching this one next. Do know the time jumper starts, right? Will space rewind time? Because whenever the Earth's starting to die, the timelines. How does a planet die? We'll only live on Mars when the Earth dies. And we all know Mars doesn't die.
One day in the future, human beings may have to leave planet Earth to ensure the survival of our species. Although Earth is a planet that is perfectly suited for life as we know it, this big blue world will not always be as habitable as it is today. Eventually, we will be faced with a threat that may cause a worldwide extinction event, and this could include the human race. Becoming a multi-planet species will help preserve the existence of humankind. As the late Stephen Hawking once said, it will be difficult enough to avoid disaster on planet Earth in the next 100 years, let alone the next 1,000 or million. The human race shouldn't have all its eggs in one basket or on one planet. The probability of a global catastrophe at some point in the future is very high, and becoming a species that exists on many different worlds seems to be the best option. Many scientists agree that this is something that we should be achieving sooner rather than later. But where will we go after Earth?
Mars.
In order to leave Earth for good, we would require huge advancements in space technology. Travelling across the galaxy to a distant planet that we may want to try and colonize is no quick nor easy trip. Alpha Centauri, the closest star system to the Sun, for example, is around 4.3 light years away. Even if we could build a spacecraft big enough to carry many human beings, keep them alive for long periods of time, and achieve similar speeds to the New Horizon craft that visited Pluto back in 2015, which reached around 36,000 miles per hour, it would still take over 70,000 years to get there. So to be able to explore the galaxy for a replacement Earth, we would require massive breakthroughs in propulsion systems, spacecraft sustainability, and life-supporting technology before humankind could even think about blasting off into the unknown. So looking a little closer to home in our own solar system may be the best option until we become much more technically improved. The first and most obvious place to try and colonize before attempting the interstellar route is Mars. The Red Planet has been the focus of scientific study for many years due to the fact that it is arguably the most hospitable world in the solar system, other than Earth. But living on the Red Planet wouldn't be easy. The surface conditions on Mars are far from ideal for humans due to the greatly reduced air pressure, an atmosphere with only 0.1% oxygen, incredibly low temperatures, and constant radiation streaming down from space. Although colonizing planets like Mars is a possibility, it would currently require complex life support measures and living in artificial environments. We would have to depend heavily on our technology to survive. Elon Musk and his company SpaceX are actively preparing for a manned mission to Mars, which may turn this idea into a reality within just the next decade. Musk has openly spoken about his dreams of building a 1 million-person city on the surface of the Red Planet, increasing the odds of our species' survival. A possible long-term option may also be attempting to terraform Mars. Making the Martian surface and climate more hospitable for humans would allow the Red Planet to be colonized. However, this process would require a lot of resources and take a very long time, possibly hundreds, if not thousands of years with the current technology that we have available. Another option may well be one of the gas giant's moons, for example, Titan, which orbits Saturn and possesses an abundance of elements that humans might be able to use. Titan has been described as one of the outer solar system's most hospitable extraterrestrial worlds, due to the fact that it shares some characteristics with Earth, such as wind, rain, volcanoes, tectonics, and many other Earth-like features. It possibly has liquid water under its icy crust, which is delivered to the surface by cryovolcanic activity. And this potentially could be used to generate breathable oxygen. However, Titan is still no place for humans. The moon's average temperature is minus 179 degrees Celsius. It has an atmosphere made up of mainly nitrogen and methane, and a surface pressure that is 60% greater than Earth's. So in order to settle a colony on Titan, advanced technology would once again be required and fully depended upon. Further options within the solar system could be the colonization of Venus, our sister planet. Venus is a hellish world, and again is no place for humans. Its surface experiences temperatures so intense that it can melt lead. It rains sulfuric acid, and its atmosphere is so dense it would feel like you were underwater if you moved. It would be impossible to exist on the surface of Venus without terraforming it first, but again, this would take hundreds, if not thousands of years, and require huge advancements in technology. But it would be possible to live in the upper atmosphere, within lighter-than-air floating cities. At an altitude of 32 miles above the surface, the air pressure would be slightly less than at sea level on Earth, and you would receive some protection from cosmic radiation due to Venus's thick atmosphere. The people that exist within the colony may also be able to walk outside on the floating platforms wearing only an oxygen mask, instead of a pressurized suit like you would have to wear on Mars, for example. But living in the clouds of Venus would also present problems, such as building the floating colony in the first place and finding the raw material.
This just to your right is the first part of the dollar-making process, where very special sheets of paper are prepped for...
needed to survive, such as water, which is non-existent on this hellish planet. Venus is still a very mysterious world with a lot to study, but it does offer a potentially good location for future human colonization, but probably only a temporary one in order to attempt to terraform parts of Venus's surface. So, the red planet Mars seems to be the best choice of location for colonizing another world within the solar system, due to the fact that it has been studied for many years, is close enough for us to get there,
...are collected in batches of 1 million pieces for the coining press.
and has the least inhospitable environment. But if we did have the technological ability to travel light years to strange new worlds, then finding an exoplanet similar to Earth would be the best option. Surveys of millions of stars have found that the average number of planets per star is greater than 1. Planets around stars seem to be the rule rather than the exception, and
What in and
Show me you good-for-nothing dawdlers
Oh, the Earth won't die. 12 more years to survive.
Wow, look at that cloud. It looks just like Sandy.
I'm not seeing it. Oh, check out that cloud. It looks like, wait. Dude, it's coming. Looks like, a cloud.
Holy crap. Are you
It looks just like Mr. Krabs, doesn't it?
Sure does.
I didn't know you got those baskets in your heads. Not us, you will. Hey, Charlie, you got that busted. Fine gentleman. Could pick up a new one for us. Us? Yes, you. And just as an incentive to make your return. Hey, take your soul, says the pot. Here's a shiny new blue. Buy a new gasket. If you aren't back in time, you are, and you'll be got through. Should we run screaming and hope now, Mr. Chris? After you. Such a fool, my lad. One scoop, please.
This is 4Ocean, and they sell bracelets that clean the ocean. Here's how it works. When you purchase a bracelet, 4Ocean pulls 1 pound of trash from the ocean and coastlines. It's that simple.
Hey, those guys are insane.
Our Earth is struggling, folks.
Mr. Krabs, it was awful. We just had a spooky time.
You had a what?
We were just minding our own business and then a haunted houseboat fell out of the sky.
And it was full of ghosts. The really real kind, that kind.
It's given us incredible resources that make our lives so much easier. But we're pushing this planet, our home, and the only place we know of where we can survive to its limit. Thankfully, people are now setting all kinds of eco-friendly trends, and companies are coming up with green technologies that let consumers live a low-waste yet equally comfortable lifestyle. Here are some of the best examples. Counting down from number 22, edible cutlery. Disposable cutlery is a major contributor to the growing plastic waste crisis. In the U.S. alone, approximately 40 billion plastic utensils are thrown away every year. That's why using an edible alternative can help cut back on
But Mr. Krabs, we don't know the first thing about ghost hunting.
all that plastic garbage. These utensils are actually made from millet, wheat, and rice. But that doesn't mean they aren't sturdy. You can even eat soup with them, and they won't fall apart. They taste like crackers, so you could just have them as a snack, too. Number 21, toothpaste pills. Around 1 billion toothpaste tubes end up in landfills each year. But TV producer Lindsay McCormick
If we want to save our Earth, we can't have toothpaste things anymore. So we might as well
came up
just
with
get
an
rid of them.
awesome way to fix that. She invented toothpaste that comes in pills. They're sold in a glass bottle that's meant to be refilled. All you have to do is
Yeah. Okay.
bite one of these pills, and it instantly becomes
Your soul with your filthy rich.
So, here it is. Pretty creepy, huh?
This place looks like it has
foamy just like ordinary toothpaste. As a bonus, these toothpaste bits don't need any preservatives to stay fresh. Number 20, off-grid energy. Water lily is a relatively small turbine that converts moving wind or water into actual electricity. So, yes,
Mr. Krabs, I wouldn't touch that if I were you. That gold probably has ghost germs.
you can use it to charge all your USB power devices, such as tablets, smartphones, cameras, and so on. It has a compact design, which is why it's super easy to use it in almost any outdoor situation. This handy little innovation not only creates energy in an eco-friendly way, it also makes camping much more comfortable.
Good thing they're using this so now we won't have to worry about the Earth dying anymore. But we still have to recycle.
Number 19, stove that doesn't need fuel. Another super cool thing for camping enthusiasts is the BioLite Camp Stove 2.
Ah, that hits the spot.
Think fast, pick one. Har, har.
It works only on wood, and its fan creates smokeless fire that can cook food and boil water in minutes. On top of that, this eco stove recycles unused heat during cooking and turns it into electricity that you can use to charge your electronics. Number 18, old
Well, now that that's settled, let's see if it's a matter of... Easy! Stop right there. No one touches me beauty and gets away with it. You ghosts don't scare me. You've nothing but thin air.
old plastic bottles as light bulbs. Nearly 16% of the world's population still lives without access to electricity. To solve this problem, a project called A Liter of Light was launched in 2012 in the Philippines. The idea is to use plastic bottles as light bulbs by filling them with water, bleach, and a tiny solar panel. When sunlight hits it, the refracted light helps these DIY bulbs give off about 55 watts. Impressive. Number 17, water blobs. No, this isn't a water balloon to pelt at your annoying sibling. Good idea, though. Water blobs are an alternative for single-use plastic water bottles. They consist of water surrounded by a jelly-like capsule made of seaweed extract. This casing is 100% biodegradable and has no taste, Although the inventors are thinking about adding
Got a donut on my head. Come here, you. Hey.
some flavors to it. You can either tear the capsule and pour water in your mouth, or just gulp it down whole.
Welcome to your worst nightmare.
Hey, I want to show you something. Go ahead and skip this video if you don't like gadgets, but I'm a dad.
Number 16, plastic bottle cutter. Hey, need some rope? Just start saving all your plastic bottles and make one yourself. This cutter turns plastic bottles into strips that you can use around the household or for DIY projects and crafting. Not to mention, cutting up bottles helps reduce the amount of space they take up on their way to be recycled. It's a win-win. Number 15, edible packaging. When I said plastic waste crisis earlier, I wasn't kidding.
I wonder what my eternal suffering will be.
About 10 million tons of plastic end up in the sea and threaten marine life. To protect those sea dwellers, Saltwater Brewery produce six-pack rings that can safely be eaten by marine animals, since they're made of wheat and barley, common leftovers from the brewing process. When one of these six-pack rings
My friends out of there if you know what's good for you.
gets into the ocean, it's breaking down in a few hours, which saves animals from getting stuck in them. Number 14, the Hydro Wheel Irrigator. The Barsha pump is a hydro-powered pump that works anywhere there's flowing water. When placed in a river or stream, it uses the energy from the current to send water inland without the need of expensive fuel. It can help farmers irrigate fields up to 1 mile away with over 11,000 gallons of water a day. It works without electricity and doesn't emit polluting gases either.
Hey, you thieving fiddle rat! I stole his gold fair and square.
13. Mr. Trash Wheel. Mr. Trash Wheel is the cute nickname Baltimore locals thought up for the Inner Harbor water wheel. This
This chest says it belongs to the
awesome machine collects garbage flowing down the Jones Fall River. The water wheel turns on by the power provided by the river's current, gathers all that nasty litter and debris, and deposits it into a dumpster. When the dumpster's full, it's towed away by boat, and a new one is put in its place.
Unless there be a snitch.
It is my civic duty to report stolen property.
Ingenious. Number 12, portable turbine. A Canadian company has invented a turbine that turns a river's perpetual flow into power and makes up to 12 kilowatt hours, which is enough to power your home. It takes only 3 people to install this turbine, but it does have to be connected to an electrical generator. The company says that there's no evidence that the turbine is harmful to aquatic life, so fish won't get trapped or injured in it. Ooh.
I'm sorry I was so fast with you.
That's good to know. Number 11, tire shredder.
Okay, now I'm a little bit. The Dutchman was over here.
Frog whiskers, the Dutchman's on the wheel.
A lot of people keep their old tires stacked in garages or backyards where they just take up space and serve no purpose. What a waste of